Dear friends, welcome to part 9 of the Excuses and Our Success online mini course. This is the final part and it's called Replacing Excuses with a Dynamic Success Plan. Before we start with explaining our today's topic, I want to give you a couple of quotes like unsuccessful people make excuses and successful people make progress. So the reason I'm mentioning this quote is that I was asked online, what should we do instead of making excuses? And the answer is very simple. We should take action and make progress. Now I was thinking that one of the main reasons for making excuses is when we face obstacles. So when you face an obstacle to taking action, to do something, to work on a goal, to do some service, then this is the moment when we have a tendency to make excuses. If there were not obstacles, then we probably wouldn't make an excuse. So the obstacles are actually, facing obstacles is a situation where we are tempted to make excuses. So instead of making excuses, we want to make a plan, dynamic success plan, and take action. So how can we replace excuses with a dynamic success plan? One thing that I have seen over the years that has helped many individuals is a personal mission statement. Personal mission statement is like your constitution, like your description of your purpose, and it gives you clarity, inspiration, and direction. So over the centuries, many famous people have actually shared their own personal mission statement, and usually many people want to make a difference in other people's lives, and the essence of many personal mission statements is to make a positive difference, for example, in one way or the other. I mean, you can describe it in detail, the details may vary, but the essence of most personal mission statements is to make a positive difference, especially in the lives of other people. So to develop a personal mission statement, we can ask ourselves 3 questions. What do I want to be? What do I want to do? And what I want to have. If you're clear what kind of a person you want to become, what kind of character qualities, character traits you want to have, what kind of a behavior you want to have, then you can define what kind of a person you want to be. Srila Prabhupada said that he would like his disciples to be gentlemen. So gentleman has certain way of acting, certain behavior. So what do you want to be? What do you want to do? Doing has to do with the results we achieve by our action. So activities. What do you like to do? What are you good at? Different things. What service would you like to do? What kind of contribution you want, wonderful contribution you want to make to your community, to your country, to the world in general. So you may like to do something and maybe you are not very good at this. You can work on developing skills, developing better expertise in this area. Sometimes what we like to do and what we can do is not always the same. But we need to work on discovering what is our mission. Sometimes we need help of others. And once we find something we are very much inspired about and we can become good at, then we can go full speed and make an action plan. So in our Vedic philosophy we have description of Varna and Ashrama. Varna is the work that we want to do, that we can do according to our nature, and Ashrama has to do with our relationship with the opposite sex, whether one is married or not. And we know that 3 ashramas are not in marriage and 1 is in marriage. So you have to see what is your nature, whether you prefer to remain single and brahmachari or vanaprastha or sannyasi, or you can live with a wife and engage in devotional service. So your role, your activities are related to your ashrama and also to your varna, which means brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra. Sometimes it's a combination of these, but with the help of others also you can see what is your nature and how you can be engaged. An opposite of making excuses is taking also full responsibility and taking action. So personal mission statement can help us to become more responsible in our thinking and in our action. We have been studying many resources about developing greater clarity in life, about choosing what we will do, not choosing too many things. And when one is clear about what he wants to do, then he can make a dynamic action plan. So we want to replace all our excuses with a dynamic success plan. And I was giving you in previous sessions, for every excuse, a statement which is actually eliminating the excuse, which is a positive statement, which is affirmation. It can be a verse from the scriptures also, but for every excuse that our mind makes, we can have actually an answer, we can have an argument, and we can eliminate that excuse. As I mentioned before, one of the listeners to our course sent some very good comments and said that the most beautiful excuse I know is I have bad luck. But actually, with Krishna's mercy, with Krishna's help, you can create a wonderful luck for yourself. If you're clear about what you want, if you take action, if you make an effort. So personal effort plus Krishna's mercy equals success. Making excuses is a bad habit. It's a great barrier to our success. And please never underestimate your power to change yourself. You can change your habits, you can give up excuses, you can take action, you can take responsibility, and you can remove all the obstacles to your success with Krishna's help. So we pray that our listeners become very successful in eliminating excuses and taking action, making progress, and take Srila Prabhupada's teachings very seriously. Srila Prabhupada was also teaching about excuses. I mentioned yesterday also one example. And I want to finish with Srila Prabhupada's statement that I believe I already mentioned, which has to do with the most essential activity that we do, and this is chanting our japa. So in one conversation, Srila Prabhupada speaks about excuses for not finishing our rounds. This is the real foundation of our success in Krishna consciousness. We have to finish 16 rounds each day. So in the conversation, morning walk conversation in 1974 in Hyderabad, India, Srila Prabhupada says, if you don't finish your rounds one day, the next day you must finish. He says, now for eating he is very eager, and for sleeping he is very eager, and for finishing chanting he has no eagerness. Then he is animal. It is simply an excuse. Yesterday you had no time, you were very busy, all right. Today you forget your sleeping and eating, finish it. That is wanted. So, and only for chanting you have no time. This is not allowed. This is not allowed. This is cheating that I'm so busy. So Srila Prabhupada stressed that one has to make it the top priority to finish his rounds. And if needed, sacrifice eating and sleeping. And of course, this shouldn't be every day. So if one day we do a little sacrifice and don't eat and sleep just to finish our rounds, then we will show Krishna that we are very serious about our bhakti yoga, our practice of Krishna consciousness, and our chanting. So I wish you great success on your journey in improving yourself, your self-discipline. You're giving up excuses, you're making progress, taking action in Krishna consciousness. And you're welcome to write me if you have any questions. I will continue having these short courses on other topics here online, sometimes every day, sometimes not every day. And you are welcome to comment, to send questions, to share your realizations down under the video in the comments. And I wish you lots of spiritual strength, and I wish you a great inspiration on your spiritual journey. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.